Hello and welcome to this Managed Methods guide. Today we'll be talking about reports and exclusions. Reports are designed to give you specific information using searches and filters you've applied on specific tabs to provide you additional information that you may not want to set a policy for, a broader scope of information a policy wouldn't be directly covering, or specific information which you want to review on a more structured time frame, such as daily, weekly, or monthly. On the Summary tab, the Accounts tab, Drive Files tab, Apps tab, Risks tab, and Malware tab, you're able to set up various reports or download specific information as CSVs or PDFs. A few of these tabs do have some additional actions that can be taken under the Reports section as well, and we'll go ahead and start off with covering that. On the Accounts tab here, if you navigate over to Reports, you'll notice that there's something called Analyze Meet Activity, Download Audit Activity, and Send Audit Activity. Analyze Meet Activity will allow you to access the Google Meet Analyzer, and this is where you can take a look at Google Meet Activity up to 6 months directly. The download audit activity here will allow you to run various reports on the domain here as a whole to look at overall user activity within Drive, login activity, or even Google Meet activity, and those will all be downloaded as a CSV report. You can also send that information with the send audit activity as well if you so choose. The Drive Files tab will be the other area where there'll be some additional feature functionalities found under the report. In this case, it'll be the download audit activity or send audit activity. Download audit activity in this case will allow you to review the various activity in all the various drive files here within the domain within the specified time frame, and allow you to go ahead and take a look at activities such as who edited files, who downloaded files, who viewed files, things of that nature. And the send activity will allow you to send that information via email instead of downloading it as a CSV report there directly. Otherwise, tabs will have pretty much the same information across them. You'll be able to view schedule reports, email reports, download reports as PDFs or CSVs depending on the specific tab. I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can quickly set up a report here. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and set up a report to look for global link share files here. Now I'm able to see all of those 41 files here, and then I could go ahead and set up a report. And that's going to be done I could either download it as a PDF or a CSV, or if I want to go ahead and schedule it here, I can go ahead and click the email report button. The very first field here, recipients, will allow you to add multiple recipients here who will be receiving that report directly. The email subject will be the subject line that the users receive when they see that report. And the filters here will grab the filters and search terms that you went ahead and utilized on the tab you're looking at. Now you first off have the option to generate it now, which will just generate this report on a one-off basis. If you go ahead and click the schedule report here, you'll be able to go ahead and schedule those reports here directly. You'll want to give the report a title, and then you can go ahead and choose a time frame here as either daily, weekly here, and you can pick the exact day of the week that you receive that report, or even monthly here where you'll be able to choose the specific date if you want to receive that report on the 1st of the month, the 15th of the month, or the end of the month as well. You can also choose if you want it as a CSV or a PDF, and the time here will determine when that report is going to be sent out to you directly. After you've made your various modifications on here, you can go ahead and click send, and that report would then be ready to go here. If you don't have the generate now checked, this report will just go out on its scheduler there directly. You are also able to review reports. I'm going to hop over to the risk tab here where we have a few different reports already set up. So here we can see a number of different reports that have been set up here, and this is where you'd be able to quickly turn those reports on and off. You could go ahead and delete those reports. You could even go ahead and modify those reports as well, and that'll actually hop you over to our reports tab here, which is where we're actually going to head next. So if you come over to the side panel here from Audit and Control and click on Reports, you'll end up in the Reports section. First off, you'll get a summary here of what's going on with reports. You'll see that there's a total number of 17 reports that have been created. Now, not all of those reports are currently on, but there are 17 here listed total. You'll also be able to see the various frequency of the reports. So you'll be able to see there's 9 that were sent out that are going to be daily reports, 8 that are weekly, and there are no monthly reports here set. You are able to search for the reports by their various names, and you can also go ahead and turn reports on or off, or even delete them. In the tab here below, or in the table here below, you'll be able to see the various reports and if they're on or not. Red will indicate that the report is currently turned off. Green will indicate that the report is currently turned on. And if you click the checkmark box, that's when you can go ahead and take the actions to turn that report on, turn it off, or even delete it here. Clicking on the report name here would go ahead and allow you to take a look at the information of that report here directly. So you'd be able to see the name of it, the basic information of what's going on with its schedule and status, who's going to receive it, the subject line that person will see when they receive that report, and then the various other details associated with that report, specifically. You are also able to edit the report here with the pencil icon or even delete it. If you click the edit button here, you'll be able to modify a few of the parameters here, such as the title of it, the recipients, the specific description if you want to give the report one, the subject line of the email, any email message you want to add to the report specifically, and then you can even modify the schedule the report will be sent off on, or even turn it off and on from here as well. So that covers the reports side of things here. Again, reports are designed to provide you additional information or provide you specific scheduled information on specific things that you want to review, but may not necessarily want to involve a policy with directly. Be aware, reports are not going to allow you to set any kind of remediation or set up any kind of alert notifications beyond that. Those reports will go out on their scheduled time frame. They're not going to alert you before that or after that or things of that nature. There's no way to get immediate notifications as well with reports unless you're generating them on a one-off basis there. The next section here is going to be the exclusions, which is found under the configure button here, and the exclusions specifically. This configure button will be found on all the various tabs here on the Managed Methods platform. I'm going to go ahead and click on exclusions now. So now you'll see the various exclusions here which have already been turned on. Anything with the enabled here is going to indicate that that exclusion is currently on and functioning. The edit pencil here allowing you to edit that particular exclusion in question, and then the trash can icon here allowing you to delete that exclusion. Now exclusions are designed to allow you to exclude specific things from malware, phishing, individual policies, or even all risk. So this can be very helpful to limit false positives or prevent users from being flagged from specific policies that you don't want them to, or some additional things in there as well. If we go ahead and navigate down to the create new exclusion, this will allow you to generate a new exclusion. First off, you'll want to give that exclusion a name, and then from there you can select various source types here, such as user, file, and message. I'm going to go ahead and start off with user here. So with user, you'll have a number of different options, such as choosing the exclusion by organizational units, user email, or groups. Once you've specified the specific source here that you want to go ahead and exclude from, you can then go ahead and choose exactly what will be excluded, whether they be excluded from malware, phishing, policy, or risk. Policy will allow you to specifically choose which policies you want things excluded from directly. The other ones will be all malware, all phishing, or all risk. You're also able to, when you click into policy here, quickly see the policy in question that's been set up, the type of policy, and whether it's turned on or not. Additionally, you can also do the same by file here, where you'll have share email, organizational units, domain name, owner email, file name, or groups to choose from as exclusion types. And lastly then will be message, which will allow you to exclude by email subject, sender, email, organizational units, domain name, groups, or even receiver email here as well. So once you've built out your exclusion, you can go ahead and then click the update. Also be aware that you can add multiple different conditions here that can be separated by and or functionality as well. So once you finish that, you can go ahead and then click the update button here, and that will go ahead and take you back to this main screen here. Once you've done that, you will always want to save your specific exclusion once that's been configured here. So there's a lot of ways you can configure different exclusions to be set up. So this could be anything from saying, hey, I want to go ahead and exclude users from login activity because I know they'll be traveling here. So I'm going to go ahead and select users here, and in this case we're going to say, hey, it's this specific teacher account here, and I want to exclude them from both of the login policies because I know they're going to be traveling here and I don't want to receive any notifications on that. After you've gone ahead and set that up, you just go ahead and click update. That exclusion here would be located at the bottom. So exclusions are a very powerful tool which can be extremely helpful to help you tackle some of those things where you might run into and say, hey, it'd be really great if we could go ahead and ignore this specific piece of content, this specific user from something such as a risk or maybe even a specific policy here. So exclusions are a very powerful feature which can be very useful in helping kind of limit some of the things that may be adding extra noise or may not be relevant there. I hope this guide was helpful in learning a little bit more about reports and exclusions within the Managed Methods platform.